Hello everybody, Kelly Rice here, but I write under my pen name KM Rice. And today I'm going to switch up the vlog format a little bit, and instead of answering a question, I'm actually going to take a few minutes to give you some announcements because, like it says in the title, I have a new book coming out. And I don't expect everyone who follows me on YouTube to also be following me on my mailing list or social media like Facebook and all that, just because I know sometimes it gets too much and we have to pick and choose. So if you aren't following me on those places, then this is brand new exciting news. And if you have read Darkling, then you're going to be extra excited because my new book is a companion novel to Darkling. It is titled The Watcher, and it is slated to come out this summer. I don't have a firm release date yet, but watch this vlog and you'll keep getting updates and you'll be able to find out more. And of course, if you choose to, you can follow me on social media or follow or sign up for my newsletter, Wildling Adventures. I also have a special subset group of readers who I call my Wildling Warriors, and that's my KM Rice street team, if you will. And those are people who are extra passionate about my work. They're people who want to be the first to find out about these things, so of course they found out about this book quite a while ago. And they also want to have exclusive opportunities to maybe read stuff before anyone else does, get advanced copies, that sort of thing. And then in exchange, because I'm an independent author, I'm in charge of all my own marketing, and it's absolutely awesome to have help. So in exchange for these things, then this group of people is willing to do things like read an advanced copy and then write a review so that when the book comes out it can start getting reviews fairly quickly, and just help promote my stuff on social media, that sort of thing. So I like to think it's just sort of a fun way to build the KM Rice community, for lack of a better word, while having more give and take. I mean, I like the newsletter, I like doing this vlog, and like I've said before on other episodes, I love that you guys then ask me questions and we have this this back and forth. But sometimes I don't feel isolated, but sometimes I feel like it's me just talking to you guys rather than having a more community feel. And so that's why I love the idea of this street team, the Wildling Warriors. That's why I love being able to interact with readers any way that I can, because it's much less like a one-way street. It's much less, I mean, I'm just sitting here talking to a camera lens. It feels like it's all going this way. And I want it to be, you know, more of a back and forth. And I keep saying the word community, but yes, that's exactly what I mean. I would love for it to continue to grow into a community, because if you guys have found me through Happy Hobbit, if you found me through my books, that means you and I have something in common. I enjoyed writing that book, I enjoyed making that show, or if you found me through this vlog, I enjoy doing this vlog. So you and I obviously have something in common right off the bat. You will also have things in common with the other people who are engaging with me and with my vlog and my social media and all that. So to me, that's a community, a supportive community already in existence, and you already have gone through a sort of vetting process in terms of, you know that you have at least some interests that are similar, and you know that you have some goals that are similar, because a lot of you are probably, if not just big readers, you're probably interested in writing. Especially if you're watching this vlog, I'm sure you're interested in writing. So again, I'm encouraging you to reach out on social media to my handles, which are all KM Rice author. Not just, oh, follow me and make me look popular, whatever. But because my goal really is to create a place where people feel, you know, like they can unleash their wildish nature, where people feel their creativity being fostered and their inspiration being fed and cherished and celebrated, because we all deserve to have a place to feel that way, and not all of us do. I mean, I was fortunate enough to get to go to grad school and to get grants to pay for that. I was very privileged and blessed in that opportunity. I don't expect that other people have had opportunities like that as well. But the internet has really leveled the playing field, and heck, why not? Like, we can all connect, so why don't we? So that was my long, wildling spiel. My other news is that I was at Silicon Valley Comic Con in San Jose, California, and I had 2 panels. The first I did with my fellow author friend Marina Adair, who's a best-selling romance writer. And if you love small-town romance, if you just love small-town stories with quirky characters, love stories, then definitely check out her stuff. The panel she and I did together was called Publishing Indie versus Traditional. And because she's done both, and I've obviously done the indie thing and tried to do the more traditional route, so we just wanted to offer our insight to aspiring writers and to just anyone who is interested. And I had a little tripod, but it somehow got left behind, so I had my fake leather jacket and I rolled it up and set the camera on it and hit record. So that panel is available for your viewing pleasure and education if you want to. It's up on my channel. It should be right under recent uploads, and it's labeled like Publishing Indie versus Traditional Silicon Valley Comic Con, something like that. And you can check it out. It's about an hour long, so if that's something that interests you, that's there as well. And the other panel, unfortunately, didn't get filmed, but it was about how to turn the skills that you learn in your fandom into a profession. So for me, that was following my geeky heart with Lord of the Rings and accumulating that knowledge, which led to a job in Wellington, New Zealand, working with the filmmakers, writing a new Middle-earth book. I was doing additional writing and research with Daniel Falconer, and that book is due out this October. But again, that's unfortunately another project. It's been in the works for a long time, and I don't have more details to share yet, but I've been promised that I will be cleared to share more soon. So if you're a Lord of the Rings fan, get excited. If you're a Tolkien fan, get excited. If you're a filmmaking fan, get excited. This is going to be an awesome book. So that was Silicon Valley Comic Con. And my other little dorky announcement, which you probably already know, like I said, if you do get my newsletter and all that stuff, is that I wanted to thank my readership who took the time to vote in the Goodreads Best of Santa Cruz poll, because for the second year in a row I won the Best Local Author of Santa Cruz County, which I know it sounds like just a dorky little title, but in my community that poll holds a lot of weight, and it helps me stand out from other independent authors in the community, or even just other local authors, because it shows that I have people who like what I've written, rather than just publishing stuff and putting it out there, because that's why independent publishing, or rather self-publishing, had a negative stigma for so long, because once the doors opened, it was just flooded. Anyone could put anything out there, and it's taken a while for there to be algorithms and systems put into place to separate out books that are actually of a certain caliber from, like I said, just, I mean, in theory, I could just be pounding on a keyboard and publish it, and in the early days there wasn't much of a vetting process, but there is now. The stigma is getting lifted, and so that definitely helps me in my community, and thank you very much for everyone who took the time to vote for me. My other big piece of news is something I'm really excited for, and that is the fact that I am launching a crowdfund to raise the money to turn Darkling into an audiobook. A lot of people have asked me if it's available as an audiobook over the years, and I understand why. I love audiobooks. About a year and a half ago, I want to say, I was approached by a voice artist named Gail Shalin, and she sent me a sample of Darkling because she was so excited that it hadn't been turned into an audiobook yet, and she thought it was the perfect material for her. And I totally agreed. Her voice is perfect for Willow. Unfortunately, I'm a writer. We don't really earn that thing called money very often. So it would not be fair to me to ask her to work on a project on speculation. She is also an artist, and artists always deserve to be paid. So to earn the money to pay her, I am launching a crowdfund, but I didn't want this to be one of those crowdfunds that's only funding the audiobook. I didn't want to be asking for people's donations. Of course, if you do donate $25, you will get a copy of the audiobook. But I didn't want that to be the only reward. I wanted there to be an opportunity for people to have some exclusives. So luckily, one of my friends from Weta Workshop down in New Zealand, who worked on Avatar and she worked on The Hobbit, her name is Lindsay Crummett, and she also loved Darkling, and she did a gorgeous illustration of Willow that she donated to me to use for my crowdfund, which was so awesome of her, and that's just what a wonderful giving person she is. And so I have this beautiful illustration of Willow that I've used for the special edition cover of Darkling for the crowdfund, and that special edition also has 18 more pages. I wrote an exclusive short story called Willow's Dream that as of now will only be available through the crowdfund. And that extends the story of Darkling and hopefully whets your appetite for what's to come in the companion novel, The Watcher. So those are very exciting things. Oh, and Lindsay's illustration will also be available through the crowdfund as an art print that will be 11 inches by 17 inches, so think mini poster size. So this is your chance to not only, if Darkling is a book you love, to get your hands on an exclusive limited edition version with a special short story and a special cover, as you support our endeavors to turn Darkling into an audiobook to help it reach a wider audience, because you do hit a wall in independent publishing. You can reach your readers in your sphere, and then they in turn use other platforms like Goodreads or Amazon reviews to help broaden your readership, or through word of mouth, and those things are all totally amazing and invaluable tools, but having your work available on different platforms also helps tremendously. And there are a lot of people who not only would just like to read Darkling but also hear it as an audiobook, but there's a lot of people who, for whatever reason, maybe they're dyslexic, prefer audiobooks and haven't read Darkling yet, even though they want to support me, because that's not their preferred format and they would rather listen to the story. And that, I think, I don't want to leave those people out. So I am really excited to finally have this project be pulled together. When I was working in New Zealand was 2015, and that's when Lindsay and I were going back and forth and talking about different ideas of what she could do to help contribute and what the illustration should be. And at first I was like, just go for it! And threw her a few ideas, and she's like, Kelly, those would be spoilers for the book. And I was like, oh, you're right. So luckily, I have good friends who are able to edit me and tell me, might not be the best marketing strategy if you're trying to bring in people who maybe haven't read the book and don't know some of the twists and turns and secrets, which I won't reveal here, just in case you haven't read it and I don't want to ruin it for you. So, since it started in 2015, it's very exciting now in 2017 to finally see it becoming a reality. So I'm going to put the link in the description because it went live without me realizing that that was going to happen by submitting my campaign for review. So it's technically live now. I'm not going to be officially launching it until Tuesday, May 9th. So sneak in now. Get your rewards before I start blasting it on all my social media, because some of the rewards are limited just due to the printing and shipping costs. And have at it, folks. I hope that there's something there that excites you as much as I am excited to bring this stuff to you. So those are all my crazy updates. Yes, I went to a con and you couldn't be there, but you get to watch it now on my channel. And I have a new book coming out called The Watcher, due out this summer. Again, just keep your eyes on these videos and on my social media, and you'll get the release date for that when it's ready. It's in the editing process right now. And also the crowdfund to hopefully have your hands or ears on an audiobook version of Darkling that will be an amazing immersive experience. We're hoping to have it ready for this fall so that maybe you guys can give it a Halloween listen. But as all things creative, especially independent, we're going to have to keep you posted on that because schedules change, and we're not even 100% sure if we'll reach our crowdfunding goal, which means that we might not be able to get the book done as quickly as we had hoped. But we will get it done, and we will get it to you, and it's going to be awesome. So, keep your eyes peeled for not only the crowdfund. You don't have to keep your eyes peeled for that because I just let it slip that it's secretly already live. So, take advantage of that while you can, because of my poor planning skills, not realizing that the website was going to make it live before I was ready. And also keep your eyes peeled for The Watcher. And thank you guys. I will be back soon answering your questions, so please keep the questions coming. They're awesome. I love being challenged by them all, and you guys are awesome. So I thought about it ahead this time. I have something to sign off with. This is my wristband from Silicon Valley Comic Con. And it was so, the theme of that convention was technology and science meets pop culture. This was a perfect example because within this wristband is a chip, and every time you went in or out of the convention center, you tagged in or out using your little chip, and it was waterproof and everything. I was happy to cut it off after 3 days, just because I'm like that. I don't tend to wear bracelets, but it was an awesome experience and an awesome convention. I didn't say goodbye. I need to say goodbye. I did my best to deliver that information in a timely manner without looking at buttons on the floor and chickens on the hillside and puppies barking in the background and all those things that usually distract me. So I hope that was successful. And I love you guys. You're awesome. I will be talking into my camera lens to you soon. Take care, peeps. I just said peeps. I don't know if I've ever said peeps before in my life without referring to those strange little marshmallow candies covered in sprinkles. See how corrupting you are? You're turning me into something I'm not. Bye!